beginner that's looking to start an online business, but you're not sure of exactly what you need to do and exactly what steps you need to take, well, in today's video, I'm going to go through the 5 different things that I wished I was aware of when I first started my online business many years ago, because it would have put me on the path of being able to make my first $10, $20, $30,000 per month in profit a lot sooner. So as always, I don't want to waste any more time and I want to get right into it. So if you find any value in this video at any point, don't forget to press the like button. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification so that YouTube can let you know when a new video has been released. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it. Alright, so jumping straight into one of the first things that you need to do when it comes time for you to start your online business, which is that you need to understand the basics. And the reason why I felt like it was important for me to put this as the initial thing that you guys need to be aware of is because when I first started trying to make money online many years ago, I made the mistake of thinking about how I could make money instead of how I could help other people. And because of that decision, one of the first ways that I started making money online was with Forex. And for those of you that don't know exactly what Forex is, it's essentially where you're sitting on the computer all day and trading one currency pair with another. And even though I was able to make a decent amount of money with it over a consistent period of time, because I had no real passion for it and because I wasn't providing any value to someone else's life, I ended up getting to the point where all I was thinking about was the money, and because of that I started to now lose money. And the main point that I'm trying to make with all of this is that you need to make sure that you have the right mindset before you build your online business so that you're going to be able to build it on solid foundations. And this now brings me on to the second thing that you guys need to do before you start your online business, which is that you need to make sure that you study all of the main options that are available to you. And when I say main options, there's maybe 7, maybe 10 different options when it comes to starting a sustainable online business. And all of these different online business models fall under 2 different categories, whether it is a physical based business or a digital business. And this is something that I wasn't aware of when I first decided to make money online. I didn't know that I needed to spend time to research all of the available businesses that fall under the physical based business category, as well as all of the different options that fell under the digital based business category. Because if I had spent time doing this, I would have been able to get an understanding of all of the different pros and cons that go into any business that I was thinking about starting at the time. And for those of you that are watching right now that are probably confused thinking, Sam, what do you mean by physical and digital? Well, when I say physical based business, I'm talking about things like Amazon FBA, dropshipping, selling on Amazon, or just e-commerce in general. And when I say digital, I'm talking about things like content creation, affiliate marketing, starting a blog website, or even freelancing. But it is super important for you to be aware of the different pros and cons that go into these 2 different methods of making money online. And I'm going to start off with one of the main pros of starting a physical product business, which is that you've got an increased chance of building a long-term sellable brand. And by this, what I mean is that one thing I've noticed with all of my different e-commerce stores that I've been building up now for the past 7 years is that if you've made sure to pick the right products to sell from day one, you're going to put yourself in a position where you're going to be able to generate an income from your e-commerce business over the foreseeable future. Not only that, you're also going to put yourself in a position where you're going to be able to sell that business if you wanted to. And even though all of that sounds great, you do still need to be aware of all of the different cons. And one of the main cons that I've noticed over my years of building a physical product business is that you need to expect lower profit margins. And the main reason for this is that when it comes to physical products, because the item needs to be manufactured, it also needs to be shipped to the customer, you also need to make allowances for any returns or refunds. When you compare this to a digital based business where the product doesn't need to be manufactured, you obviously have to expect to receive lower profits. And this now brings me on to one of the main pros when it comes to starting a digital based business, which is that you can run it from anywhere around the world. So one of the things that I love about all of my different blog websites, all of my different YouTube channels, social media accounts, email lists, all of my different digital based businesses that I'm running at the moment, I'm able to pick up my laptop and travel anywhere around the world and still run my business and generate an income. This is obviously something that you can't do with an e-commerce business. You can obviously do it with a dropshipping store, but even then your supplier is going to be fixed in a specific location and there's not really that much flexibility. But in saying all of that, one of the main cons of starting a digital based business is that it does require consistent output. So again, with all of my different distribution channels, for example, blog website, YouTube channel, email list, etc., I'm going to have to continuously keep outputting content, outputting emails, outputting articles on a regular basis. This is something that you don't really have to do with a physical product business. If you're able to find, let's say, 20 different products that people are buying consistently, once you list them for sale, you're going to be able to sit back and watch the money coming in. Of course, you might have to update your listing now and then, but it's not as consistent as what you would have to do with a digital based business. But when you are deciding on whatever online business model to go with, you just need to make sure that you pick one that matches your skill set. So taking it back to one of the first online businesses that I personally started, which was an eBay store, I was actually able to get my eBay business to the point of making $20, $30, $40, $50,000 every single month. And the reason why I was able to accomplish that was mainly due to the fact that I knew that I had the skill sets that were needed for me to make the business a success. And of course, if you're a beginner that's looking to make money online, you're going to have limited skills. And even with myself, when it came to starting my eBay business, I didn't have all the skills that were necessary. But one skill that I did have is that I was a customer. For as long as I could remember, eBay was the website that I went on to buy things from, even when I was in school. And because I knew exactly how the website worked from a customer's point of view, I knew that I had the necessary skill set for me to build my store in a way that I was going to be able to communicate with potential buyers in terms of picking the right product, structuring my listings in the best way, as well as doing anything that I needed to do to rise in the eBay search results. And that's exactly what happened. I was able to accomplish all of that, all because I made sure to pick an online business that matched my skill set. And this actually now brings me on to the fourth thing that you guys need to make sure that you do, which is to make sure that you set realistic objectives and goals. So even though you're always coming across ridiculous figures from people like myself and other people on YouTube, for example, $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, so on and so forth, if you're a beginner, you shouldn't really set this as one of your goals. This is another mistake that I see so many people making, including myself, which is that I set unrealistic goals. For example, I wanted to make 100 grand in profit in my first month. And the reason why this made no sense is because I didn't know anything about how to practically run an online business. I didn't know exactly where to source products from, how to find suppliers, how to price my items, how to ship out all of my orders. All of these different elements that go into running an e-commerce business, I hadn't actually done myself. So the goal that I should have set myself is to make my first $1,000 in profit. And as soon as I started setting small objectives just like that, I was now able to set the next objective of making $2,000 in profit, and then $5,000, and then $10,000 in profit. And then I built it up slowly and slowly over time. And if I was aware of all of this in terms of setting the right objectives and setting realistic goals, it would have given me the right mindset when it came to the right actions that I should have taken for me to build my business in the most effective way, which actually now brings me on to the fifth and final thing that you guys need to know when it comes to starting an online business, which is that you need to take the first step. I would say that 90% of the people that are watching this video are going to get stuck on stage number 4 in terms of setting goals and objectives, and they're never ever going to take any action. But you need to remember that all of the successful big companies that we all know of, whether it's Tesla, Amazon, Apple, all of these billion-dollar companies all started from zero, and the reason why they are successful and the reason why we all know them is because the people that started them took the first step. So just try and make sure that this isn't another YouTube video that you watch without taking any action. Go and study all of the available businesses that are out there. Make sure that you pick one that matches your skill set, set realistic objectives and goals, and just go and take the first step. But if you're in a position where maybe you're working a full-time job and you rather start a side hustle and you want to get a little bit of information on exactly how you're going to be able to do that in the best way possible, I recently made a video walking you through step by step what I personally did. I'm going to leave that video right there. Make sure you check that out straight after this one, because it's going to be super helpful when it comes to giving you an understanding of exactly what you can do if you're a complete beginner when it comes to making money online. Alright guys, I'll see you on the next one. Make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.